everyone, Crystal Chester here with TrueHealthRD.com. As a functional dietitian, when I have a client, there are 5 big warning signs that there is some underlying things going on with them that we need to address above everything. Now, whether they come from me to weight loss, or maybe they're coming to me for reversing diabetes or trying to get their adrenals in order, if they have any of these signs and symptoms, we gotta go deeper. And I am super passionate about finding the root cause of things. If someone has an adrenal issue, you can't just focus on the adrenals. It's part of the endocrine system. It's part of hormones. The adrenals work with the thyroid and work with the pineal gland. You can't just focus on the adrenals. And same thing as if someone has a gut issue, if they have leaky gut or Crohn's or IBS, you can't just look at the gut. You have to look at the brain. The brain actually has, the gut and the brain actually communicate with each other through the vagus nerve. So you have to look at it as a complete system. You can't just single out one organ. No one organ works on its own. But these 5 signs and symptoms are something that needs to be addressed above anything, whether it is weight loss or whether it is some other type of chronic issue. It is inflammation. Number 2 is brain fog. Number 3 is fatigue. Number 4 is any type of irregular bowel movements. Yes, talk about your poop. And 5, if you have any type of food sensitivities. Now, all of that are signs that your gut is out of whack, which also could mean, like I said, your brain is out of whack. But inflammation, start with number 1, is the leading cause of over 90% of all diseases. And you can't single out where inflammation is gonna go. Some people have it affects their kidneys, some people affects their skin, some people affects their joints, but either way, you have to address that first. Also, brain fog. If somebody has a hard time remembering things, they really just feel like maybe they're in a cloud, or they can't think of the right words, or they have difficulty learning new things, that's a big sign that you need to address that first. There could be blood sugar issues, there could be anemia, them not getting enough oxygen to the brain. There could be a lot of different reasons for that, but that needs to be one of the first things someone needs to address. Also, fatigue. If you feel like when you wake up you have to have your coffee or you're just going to be dying, or in the middle of the day you just feel like you just need to take a nap, whether you had good sleep the night before or not. Ideally, you should have stable energy from the time you wake up till the time you start going to bed, and that's when melatonin, the sleepy hormone that helps you sleep, starts to rise, and that's whenever you're supposed to feel tired. If you don't feel like food is fuel, that's a big problem, and you need to fix that. Also, irregular bowel movements. You can learn a lot from your poop. If you don't look at it, you need to look at it. It should look exactly like how it is stored in your intestines. It should be solid and in just like a snake form. It shouldn't be loose, it shouldn't be runny, it shouldn't be hard or compacted. Now, if you have that more often, that's a problem. If you have it maybe once or twice a year, that's not really an issue, but you need to have regular bowel movements, or you need to look really in depth of what's going on internally. And lastly, I would say the number 1 sign that there is a big problem is that there's food sensitivities. That's one of the first signs that your body has inflammation. Now, the inflammatory process is something that's designed to protect us. Whenever you scrape your knee or whenever you do come across a virus or something, it gets into action so it can make you better. But it's whenever you get into chronic inflammation that is the problem. So say you're intolerant to gluten. Well, eventually you could not even tolerate yeast or sesame seeds or casein, because that inflammatory response has created antibodies against the protein component, and the protein components of yeast and sesame seeds and casein looks a lot molecularly similar to gluten. And so it can start attacking that as well, because it's just on guard all the time. It's just trying to protect you. And then eventually that could even turn to your body starting to attack its own tissue. And that's when you look at autoimmune disease, and that's a really bad deal. So far, we don't know how to reverse autoimmune disease. So those are the top 5 things that I look for, that someone's health is in serious danger, and we need to address that first so we can actually get progress with where they actually want to go. And actually, usually when you're working on fixing those things, you actually do get what you were aiming for in the first place. Usually because there was inflammation and brain fog and fatigue, and the bowels were messed up, and you have food sensitivities, were kind of the reason why they couldn't get to where they wanted to go initially. So if you have any of those, please, please, please work on fixing those. I have a motto: work on one thing. If your diet sucks, start changing it. Just work on one thing. If your stress is high, work on that. If you don't get enough sleep, work on that, because all of that will help reverse all of this. I hope that helps. If you liked this, please share it with somebody. If you want more, please let me know in the comments below. I love this kind of stuff, and I love helping you guys get healthier and help you live the life you've always wanted in a healthy body you were supposed to have. Hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll catch you next time.